Hi, and welcome to the PASS Community Webinar Series, Editing Your PASS Website. My name is Joseph Peace, and I've also got Eric Romero here.
Hi, everyone. Welcome.
Today, we're going to be covering getting started, basics of PASS websites, customizing your site, and then some virtual group information that's specific to virtual group websites. What is a PASS website? A PASS provides websites to local groups and virtual groups as a way of promoting meetings, sharing content, and connecting with the community. For local groups, PASS websites are optional. Leaders may opt to use another service. For virtual groups, it is a requirement to use a PASS website. There are several benefits to using a PASS website. All group management tools are integrated with the PASS group dashboard if you use a PASS website. This includes event publishing tools, messaging, and more. This way, a leader can access everything regarding their group in one place. I'm going to load up a demo PASS local group website to show you some of the features of a PASS website. This is a sample local group website that is set up just as it would be when you start a new local group website. As you can see across the top of the screen, there are 4 pages by default: Home, Meeting Archive, Resources, and About Us. In the center of the screen, you have a button to subscribe. In the body of the screen, you have some information about the local group, a place where upcoming meetings will be placed, and some sponsor logos. I'm going to go into more details now about editing a PASS website. Please note that throughout, you can type your questions in the question pane, and we'll address these questions at the end of the webinar. In order to start making edits to your PASS group website, you need to log in. In order to log in, scroll to the bottom of your page and click Login. Sign in with your PASS credentials. And you are now signed in to the PASS website. You can tell you're signed in when you see this bar on the left-hand side of the screen. DNN calls this the persona bar. It's a place you'll access various settings and ways to change your local group website, your virtual group website. The website is set up as a series of modules. So modules are essentially small applications that run on your website. They perform various purposes. These can be pretty simple, from things like basic text to something that's much more complex, like pulling information from external sources. In order to make edits to the modules or to any other part of your website, you need to click on this pencil icon on the persona bar to enter edit mode. Once in edit mode, you'll see this bar across the bottom of the screen. You can also tell you're in edit mode when you look at the body of the web page and you see these various boxes. These boxes are called panes. Panes contain modules and can be holders for modules. And when you hover over modules, you'll see these icons and the name of the module appear. To make edits to a module, hover over the module you would like to change, select the pencil icon, and click Edit Content. This module that I'm editing right here is a basic text module. You're presented with a basic text editor that functions much like a word processor. You can type directly into this box, and you can make changes to the text that's already here. Much like a word processor, you can format and style this text. You can use these buttons across here to bold, italicize, underline your text. You can create lists, bulleted and numbered, and you can also change the paragraph format by using this drop down here to make this into a heading or into normal text. Some basic do's and don'ts of editing modules is to ensure that you are using these tools right here, bold, italicize, underline, strike through, the list buttons right here, and the paragraph format buttons. Do not use the style, font, or size buttons right here, as the template for the past websites automatically loads much of the styling for your website. If you use any of these buttons, your styling may not work as intended.
When making paragraph breaks, refrain from pressing Enter repeatedly. Each paragraph format option has automatically defined paragraph spacing. This means that pressing Enter once to add paragraph space will be sufficient, and will provide the best results for your site based on the template for the past website.
Another common edit that you'll need to make to your past local group website is to add images to your website. This will be done, I'll do an example of this using the sponsor images pane on the right-hand side. You can do this by hovering over the sponsors module, hovering over the pencil icon and clicking edit content. Again, you're presented with a text editor. Scroll to the bottom of this list and you'll be able to add an image right below this Microsoft logo. I pressed enter just to add a line here, and then go up to this image button right here. Click the Browse Server button, and you'll be presented with a folder directory for all of the folders held on your portal. Under Images, Sponsors, you'll find the Sponsor Logos folder. Click this button to upload a new file, add files, and select the file that you would like to choose for the sponsor logo. Once you've selected your file, select Start Upload. Select the logo you would like to choose and click OK. You can change the height and the width of the logo using these fields right here. Ensure that the lock remains closed, as this will maintain the aspect ratio between the height and the width. I'm going to change this logo to 200, and you'll see that the height reflects accordingly. Once you've finished making changes, click OK. And you'll see that the new logo has appeared below. Hit Save to reflect changes. You'll now see that on the right-hand side, there's an additional logo right here. If you'd like to add a new module, you can do this at the bar at the bottom of the screen. Click the Add Module button. You'll see that there are several options for new modules that will appear. Most options, or most of the features that you would like to achieve with your local group or virtual group website can be achieved with the HTML module. If you would like to achieve any other features beyond this or add a different module, please reach out to the community team to check for compatibility. I'm going to add an HTML module, so I select it from here. And now I'll drag it into one of the panes on the front page of the website. You'll see that the title of the module is text/HTML. In order to change this, go to the gear icon, select Settings, and then go down to Module Title to change this title. Hit Update to make the changes. Similar to all other modules, in order to make changes to the content, hover over the pencil icon and click Edit Content. As I mentioned when I navigated to this sample local group page, there are 4 pages by default. You can make changes to these pages, including changing the name, changing the order, or adding new pages using the persona bar on the left-hand side of the screen. Hover over Content and select Pages. You'll see that there are the pages listed on the left-hand side here. If you'd like to reorder these pages, simply drag them. Simply select and drag these pages. I'm going to place this resources page after the About Us page. Wait until a small line appears like this and release, and then wait for the changes to be reflected. You can also add subpages. Subpages appear below your initial page and appear like a drop-down on the main menu of your website. I'm going to add this About Us as a subpage to resources. In order to do this, I click and drag from About Us and place it on top of resources. I'll wait for this to reload. And you'll see that resources appears as underneath About Us. I'm going to close this window, refresh the page to show these changes. And now you'll see that if I hover over resources, you have About Us as a sub page. If you'd like to add a new page to your website, again, go back to Content, Pages, and you'll see the option to add a new page. When adding a new page, the name is the name of the page as it will appear on the menu bar of your page. Title is the name of the page that will appear in things like the tabs on your web browser, and then also add description, keyword, and tags. This is used for SEO and for search engine, finding your websites on search engines. Once you've added all this information, hit save to add a new page. I'm going to exit out of this right now. There are certain modules that are preloaded onto local group websites when you get them by default. Two of the main ones are integrated with the past local group dashboard. The first one of these is the upcoming meetings module, event detail. This shows any meeting, the next meeting that is coming up as it is published within the group dashboard. The next one of these is the meeting archive. This shows any past meetings. As you can see right now, I don't have any past meetings, nor do I have any upcoming meetings. I'm going to show you what happens when you have published upcoming and published past meetings and how these modules respond to these. Over here, I'm going to go to past.org and sign in with my past credentials. Go to Group Dashboard. And under Publish Events, you'll see that under Upcoming Events, I have this draft May 2019 meeting. I'm going to publish this by clicking Edit. Filling in all of this information here. And then publish. Now you'll see that this meeting has a published status. When I go back to my demo page and hit refresh, you'll see that this module now pulls all of the information from the group dashboard directly onto the front page, including the date of the meeting, the location, the name of the meeting, as well as description of the meeting. You'll also see under past events on my group dashboard that I have a draft status event. This was for my April 2019 meeting. Again, if I go to edit and publish this event, this event now has a published status. And when I go back to my demo page and go to Meeting Archive, you'll see that there is now the April 29 meeting in my meeting archive. This is to demonstrate how past meetings, when published, will show up in the meeting archive. The meeting archives are a really great tool for showing your members the types of topics that you cover at your meetings, showcasing the speakers' bios, and also including any information, including links to materials that may be of interest to your members. I'm going to return to the homepage to show one more way of editing your group, your PAS website. In the middle of this page, you'll see that there is an option here for the background image. You can really quickly change the background image to one of three. I'm just going to select option 2 here, and you'll see that the image changes. If you'd like to change it back, simply select from the drop-down and go to option number 1. This is a brief overview of the PAS website, including benefits, how they are set up, and how to make basic edits, as well as some features and how they integrate with the PAS group dashboard. I'm going to hand things over to Eric, who's going to provide some information that's specific to virtual group leaders and how their websites are set up.
Thank you, Joe. I'm going to share my screen here. So I would like to point out some variations that make virtual group websites unique and have unique distinctions versus the local group ones. As Joe mentioned, a lot of these functionalities and variations can be applied both for local and virtual group websites. However, there's one big distinction between the group dashboard and the integration with GoToWebinar. I would like to quickly demonstrate this on your screen. So right now I'm positioned into the PAS Security virtual group GoToWebinar account. As you can see, there's no sessions coming up. And also within their website. So I have an example here ready to show and share with you guys to demonstrate you how this integration works perfectly. So we have the title of the event, we have the date and time that it's taking place on, we got the topic and the description, and we already have the speaker that will be presenting at this session. Once we click submit, brings you to a preview of what you're about to submit, and you publish now. Once published, it will show up under your upcoming events when you're managing that virtual group. And I'll show you how automatically this is populated within the virtual group website and the GoToWebinar account. Also, I would like to reiterate the importance of finalizing sessions. Unlike local groups, virtual groups have to upload the session recording to their website and finalizing the session correctly. So once you finish your session, it is recommended to immediately finalize this. The recording will take a couple of minutes to generate, which you can download directly from your GoToWebinar account. Download it, you upload it to the YouTube channel, and you follow the instructions to finalize the event. Once you get to the finalizing section, don't forget to write down the approximate online attendance, upload your video. There's some instructions in there how to properly upload the video. And of course, if you have any additional or accompanying material, such as the PowerPoint template, PowerPoint presentation, or demos from the speaker, you're also able to upload that. Remember that when finalizing your video and adding your video to the session, you have to properly tag, put all the audience and tracks so that it's easier and more accessible within our learning center. Once you're done finalizing your event, you'll see that it's being completed in that section. Now I would like to show you an example of another virtual group, how it properly is finalized. As you can see, the session that we're going to take as an example, working with complicated data models in DAX, it's already been finalized as demonstrated here. And how it shows up in your website is going to the meeting archive. The session title will show up there. And if you scroll down, we have a PDF file and the recording showing up there linked. So this concludes the presentation portion of this webinar, how to edit your PAS website. And I would like to hand over the reins for any questions that you may have.